When we talk about winning championships and, being at the elite level of teams amongst other teams in the NBA, it's all about sacrificing, and to win championships, sacrificing is a big thing. It's huge, you know what I'm saying? And listening to, or should I say, reading the reports and everything about Russell Westbrook and the Clippers, Russell Westbrook taking a huge pay cut in which he probably could have got a lot more money, going elsewhere, a team to maybe like a lower seeded team or maybe a team that's not going to win anything. Like, let's say he went to the Charlotte Hornets or something like that. He would have got way more money and, probably would enjoy to stay there. But at the same time, it comes down to winning, at some point in your career. And I think that's what Russell Westbrook has really adopted in his career. At this point, everything else, individual accolades he's done. But now it's all about trying to win a championship. And something, I've never been the biggest Russell Westbrook fan in regards to, he's going to be a championship caliber point guard. I loved his gameplay in regards to how he plays, in regards to his athleticism, his desire to just play hard every night. You can't deny that at Russell Westbrook. You never can, because that's just one of his, attributes about him that makes him a special player. And at playing at a high level as he used to, it made him even more special. But just seeing him, sacrifice trying to win a championship, whereas I've seen him, in his career prior, just be about, himself, his individual accolades, and, trying to get all the money he can. Now that you're starting to see the maturity of Russell Westbrook and starting to understand that, hey, your journey's coming to an end more than it is beginning. You see what I'm saying? You're coming to an end of your career, and you got to try to find a way to win. And the Clippers right now, honestly, is his best opportunity to win a championship. They still have Kawhi and PG. They still have a lot of depth on that team currently so far. They're still built to win a championship. Just injuries have held them back. Other than injuries, I mean, for the most part, they're a solid team, all the way through from top to bottom. Even with the coaching, they're solid in the coaching area as well. So, I mean, like I said, Russell Westbrook, I don't know how well he can help a team win a championship with the way that he plays. But that heart, that desire to win, and that hungriness about him, is contagious. And I will give him that. And I will say that's something that can affect the team in a good way, as long as Russ, at least has his head on straight enough to maybe not make as many turnovers, try to, keep things on the up and up in regards to that, because he is supposed to be a starting point guard. So turnovers is very huge for any point guard in this league, especially a starting point guard who you expect to help you win a championship, possibly, you know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, a lot has to go right, but at the same time, there's a possibility, it really is. I know not a lot of light shed around the Clippers right now due to the fact that, the injury bug came on them once again, and, they just haven't found a way to win, but either way, there's still opportunity, they could run it back again, this year, this upcoming season, and see where they are, see what they get, out of that. And, kind of like just take it from there and see what their chances are of winning a championship based upon, having Russell Westbrook back and maybe, adding a couple other additional off-season pieces that I feel like they might go after. But, I said before, when you talk about, championships and things like that, everybody needs to be all in. And just this act from Russell Westbrook by taking a $7.8 million deal from the Clippers, where he could have went and got more money elsewhere, just so he can try to win a championship before he goes out and be the best player he can be for a championship team. It says a lot about Russell Westbrook and his character and the type of guy that, he wants to be looked at as, or type of player he wants to be looked at as when he hangs it up. And he wants to win a championship. And I definitely see that in him. I just don't know if his game is built for a championship, for a championship. But I mean, of course, we have to just see. Now, I will say this. Russell Westbrook does bring a different dynamic to the Clippers. He does push the ball more. He makes the offense a little bit less predictable in regards to, how they play their half court sets and things like that. But at the same time, he has to be in control. And, that's going to be a tough thing to ask of Russell Westbrook to do. I personally think, they need to have Russell Westbrook coming off the bench. I really think they do. I really think they need to, have him coming off the bench and let him run with the second unit, because less mistakes are made that way. And, he can flourish better with the second unit. He's not as responsible for, bigger things happening with the second unit. The second unit, he can go out there and, he can kind of freestyle, play his game and, kind of play with a little bit less worry. When you're in the starting lineup with Kawhi and PG, you have to get them the ball in their spots where they like it, and you have to be able to be effective and knock down jump shots when asked or called upon, because they might be drawing a double team. And that's not something Russ can do, is stretch the floor. So I think Ty Lue, if he's going to be the coach next season, which I believe he will, they're going to need to make some adjustments in regards to, like I said, having him come off the bench really might be their best option to go with. Russ is a starting point guard. I just don't know if that's good enough to win a championship. I don't personally believe that it is, with his ways and the way he plays and things like that. I don't know if that's a winning recipe, but I mean, I'm pretty sure the Clippers are going to give it a try. Hopefully, in the midst of the season, they figure out Russ is better coming off the bench rather than actually coming, in the starting lineup. Personally, I'd rather have Terrence Mann in the starting lineup. I think he plays well. I think he fits better with Kawhi and PG. I think he brings just as much energy as somebody like Russell Westbrook has, and he's a lot younger, and he can shoot the three-pointer a little bit better, or he can shoot the three-pointer better. He can stretch the floor better, and that's what the Clippers need. They need a point guard who can come out there and stretch the floor. Now, T-Man be looked at as more of a combo guard, but still he can stretch the floor with his three. He has high energy like a Russell Westbrook, and he won't turn the ball over as much because he only makes passes that he know he can make. He doesn't try to do anything outside of his means, and that's how you win. That's how you can win a championship, with somebody who plays within their means, doesn't turn the ball over, give you high energy, and can stretch the floor a little bit. May not be a great shooter, but out of 5 3-pointers, I think Terrence Mann can hit 2 out of 5, which is a good thing. So my personal opinion, that's the Clippers should do, but we'll see how it goes in the season. But either way, leave any comments in the comment section as always. Let me know what you think, and we'll talk about it.